Good morning all. Let us discuss about human resource planning. Meaning, human resource planning is the primary activity if human resource management and all human resources management activities start with human resource planning. HR planning is a systematic and continuous process of identifying current and future human resource equipments of an organization. So in this case, human resource in the sense we used to take up all sorts of levels of workers which is related with both top level and lower level workers. Now let us see what is the definition with reference to HRP. Now according to E.W. Vetter, human resource planning is the process by which the management determines how an organization should move from its current manpower position to its desired manpower position. That means the process by which the management used to determine how the organization is moving from its current position to the desired manpower position. What is the requirement with reference to the day-to-day requirements? Then next let us see about the benefits with reference to human resource planning. The main advantages of human resource planning are: number one, it supports the organizational strategies and objectives. That means it used to have different sorts of target or goals or aims to achieve. So that should be supported by the organizational strategy what they are planning for future. Number two, it enables effective utilization of human resources. The human resources who have been admitted in the concern should have effective utilization. That means they should achieve the objectives with reference to the workers who are appointed in the organization. Number three, ensures that the organization has the right people with the right skills at the right time. That means they have to recruit the right personnel in the right time at the right job. That means they used to require certain number of workers to perform the activities. So in that situation, they are supposed to appoint the right person at the right time for the right job to achieve the target of the organization. Number four, it aids in filling up the vacancies caused by death, retirement, resignation, etc. So if any workers who have been died or retired or they have been resigned, means in that situation they have to appoint the right person at the right time to fill that particular vacancy. The next one is it enables career growth employees through training and development. After recruiting the personnel in the organization, they should be properly trained to perform the work in an effective manner to achieve their goals. Just like that, they should develop their effective work or the assigned work to achieve the target related to the organization. The next one is helps the management forecast the impact of increase in salaries and benefits. It also helps the management to forecast certain aspects. That aspects include increase in the salaries or increase in the benefits, means they must get proper incentives or bonus with reference to their efficiencies. The next one is it provides data for preparation of budgets relating to manpower cost. That means budget means we are supposed to provide an estimate for the future. By considering the past, we are supposed to compare the present and we have to predict the future to that means we have to balance the revenues and cost. So in that circumstance, they must provide the data for the preparation of budgets relating to the manpower cost, not for all expenditures, only for human resources or manpower cost. Next one, it helps to reduce or avoid wastage of human resources. If the newly recruited persons have been wasting their time not in producing any particular inputs or any goods, or they used to waste the time, in that circumstance it helps them to reduce the wastage of human resources. They must be properly trained and they must assign the work and they should effectively grasp the work to achieve their target. Next one is it enables control of manpower cost through effective manpower utilization. That means they must control the manpower cost, means they have to fix the standard. They must compare the actual with the standard. If there is any deviation, they have to take up the remedial measure to rectify the variation or deviations. Last one, estimates provided by human resource plan helps to plan for the facilities such as canteens, restrooms, staff quarters, transports, etc. That should be the amenities which must be provided to the workers must be provided in case of human resource proper plan, which helps them to work effectively to achieve their target. Now, let us see what are the importance of human resource planning. What is the need for human resource planning? In that, number 1 is to meet the organizational requirements. Number 2, to avoid labor imbalances. If there is any imbalances, that should be properly rectified or they must be properly balanced. Next one is technological changes must be taken into consideration. They have to take up the technological development. By means of that, they have to recruit the personnels. They must be properly trained according to the technological improvements, how they are supposed to work in the concern. That should also be taken into consideration to achieve the work which has been assigned to them in an effective way. The next one is to offset uncertainty and changes. Why? Because the future is uncertain. May occur or may not occur. So in that circumstance, that uncertainty and changes must also be balanced, and that will not affect the concerns, target or goals of the organization. The next one is demand for new skills. They have to provide the personnels, or they must recruit the personnels who are having newly technological development skills to balance the work or balance the assigned work by the organization with reference to technological developments. Next one is to meet expansion and diversification needs. Each and every department used to have their expansion work or diversification of products or needs. According to that also, they must recruit the personnels. So for that also, HR planning is essential. The next one is increasing aspirations. They used to have certain aspirations in an increased way. Each and every human being used to have their needs. If one need fulfills, automatically another need used to arise. So in that circumstance, we used to have increasing aspirations. So the HR manager has to fulfill the different needs which is arising to the HR personnel. Through that, they can grasp the work which has been assigned to them in an effective way. The next one is changing trend. They must also see what is the changing trend in the market. According to that, they have to produce the product. So even if it is a production department or a personnel department, whatever it is, they must go according to the changing trends, and they should see the competitors' trend, what is going on. According to that, they must make certain alterations. The next one is training and development of employees. It is an essential factor. Once the persons have been recruited in the organization, they must be properly trained to perform the assigned task in an effective way. Then only it will be possible for them to come or go forward towards the achievement of a target. They can increase their profit, they can maximize their profit. So through that, getting proper training, they used to develop their skills, and the employees used to come forward to work effectively to achieve the objectives of the concern. Then last one is satisfies employee needs. Each and every organization used to satisfy the employees' needs. That means they must be provided with monetary or non-monetary benefits. Through that, the employees' needs plus the bonus, incentives, all these things will be provided to the employees to increase their motivational aspect, and they used to increase their that means their skills. By means of that, they used to work effectively to achieve the concerns, that means target or goals. Next one, functions. Let us see functions of human resource planning. The functions of HRP are: first one, preparing manpower inventory. So normally we used to consider inventory means it is stock. So here we are supposed to prepare manpower inventory, since it is the HR planning. So the main purpose of manpower planning is to avoid situations of overstaffing and understaffing, and for this purpose of stock of existing manpower is to be assessed. That means what is the current trend of manpower? They have to find out whether the staff has been understaffing or overstaffing. Through that, they have to balance the condition, and they must have a balanced staff structure, that is called as preparing manpower inventory. Then number 2, studying the employee turnover. From the available stock of manpower, a discount should be allowed for the employees' turnover during the period of planning. So here the employee turnover may be caused by death, disability, dismissal, resignation, promotion, transfer, etc. So in this case, if you used to have any changes with reference to the employee's turnover during the period of planning, they must accompany with all these aspects. If there is any employee turnover changes, they must be rectified. The next one is
forecasting manpower needs. Here forecasting of manpower requirements is the most important part of manpower planning. Here the requirement is forecasting on the basis of production, sales budgets, workload analysis, workforce analysis, estimated the future needs of the workforce. So by means of getting the different types of informations related to production, sales, workload, workforce, etc., they must decide or forecast the future manpower requirements, what is the need, either it has been overloaded or underloaded. Through that they have to rectify the thing. If they are in need of any personnel, that must be taken into consideration. The next one is manpower plans. So after determining the gaps in manpower, programs and strategies are developed for requirements, selection, training, transfers, promotion and appraisal, so that the future manpower requirements will be met. In this way, the shortages and redundancies can be avoided in the long run. So here manpower positions are also determining the gaps of the manpower related to the programs what they are planning, the strategies what they are planning, what is their requirement. Regarding that, they must properly select the personnel, they must give proper training, and they must assign the task to achieve the target. With this, next we will see what is meant by job analysis. Here the meaning of job analysis is nothing but the process of gathering and analyzing information about the content and the human requirements of jobs, as well as the context in which the jobs are performed. This process is used to determine the placement of jobs under different ways, and the decision making in this area is shared by units of HR. So here specific internal approval processes will be determined by the units of organizational leadership. Each and every aspect must be led by a proper group. It must be have a proper leader. So through that only we used to have or achieve effective task. So here job analysis is the first step in staffing. Staffing is nothing but the selection of right man for the right job at the right time. So normally it identifies the jobs to be done, the expected output, the tools and techniques to be used, working conditions, the salary to be paid, how they are to be appointed, different aspects. So in this case, job analysis defines the organizations of jobs within a job family. It allows units to identify the paths of job progression for employees interested in improving their opportunities for career advancement and increasing compensation. Now let us see the definition for job analysis. Here the author Edwin B. Flippo defines job analysis as the process of studying and collecting information relating to the operations and responsibilities of a specific job. The immediate products of this analysis are job description and job specification. So this job analysis requires two concepts. One is job description and the other one is job specification. So here let us see what are the different processes with reference to job analysis. The process of job analysis, number one is collecting of factual materials. What are the factual materials that should be collected? The first step in job analysis is processed to collect the factual information relating to the job. Various approaches can be utilized in studying a job, and four currently most popular things are: number one is questionnaire, number two is narrative description, number three is observations, and number four is interviews. Questionnaire means we used to prepare the questionnaire, we used to send it to the respondents, through that we used to collect the data, with that we have to make interpretation. Then narrative description, what the collected data, we have to narrate the information and the content that should be provided. The next one is observation. We have to observe what is going on, what are all the things going on. We have to compare the past and the present, whether there is any improvement. There is no improvement, we must take remedial step. Then next one, in case of interview, we have to conduct the interview face-to-face contact with the respondents, that means the interviewer and the interviewee. Through that we used to collect the factual materials. The next one is completed job description blank. We used to collect the job description blank, means the job analyst first collects the information and then puts such information in a standard job description form as a comprehensive draft. It is a statement showing the full details of the activities of the job. It used to give all sorts of information, what they have to perform, who is responsible, to whom they have to assign the task, to whom they have to give the assigned task they have performed. Just like that, they used to give all sorts of description, what is given to them, what is assigned to them. The next one is preparation of job specification. So job specification are also prepared on the basis of information collected. It is a statement of minimum acceptable qualities of the person to be placed on the job. Who have been placed on the job, that persons must be given with minimum acceptable qualities which should be specified in a particular manner. The next one is preparation of reports. The job analyst prepares a report on the basis of information collected mentioning the analysis. What the collected data they use to make an analysis, through that they have to make an interpretation. With that they have to prepare the report and give it to the or hand over it to the person who have been assigning the task to them. The next one is approval. The complete drafts as presented by the analyst and approved by the supervisor and personnel manager may now be received by the top executives. It must be approved. Whatever we are sending, that must be approved by the higher officials, topmost management. So in that circumstance, that complete draft what they are presenting the analyst must be approved by the supervisor and the personnel manager and by the topmost executives. Next, let us see what are the uses with reference to job analysis. The uses of job analysis: number 1, to decide the job description and job specification. Number 2, recruiting the personnel and selection of personnel. Number 3, training the personnel and giving placement to them. Number 4, human resource planning. Number 5, organizational design. Organizational design is nothing but what they are supposed to follow, what is the structure they are having. The organization structure related to top level, middle level and lower level management workers. The next one is human resource development. By comparing the past, what is the development they have taken up in HR, that should be also analyzed. The next one is job evaluation and compensation. They have to evaluate each and every person's job, that is called as job evaluation, to find out the difference or the deviations or the aspects what they are performing. By means of fixing the standard, they have to compare the actual result and they have to find out the difference of performance or production things what they have performed. That is called as here job evaluation. Through that they used to control the activities of the workers, and by means of differentiating the workers from the standard workers to the lower level workers, low efficient workers, they have to fix the compensation and they have to give proper incentives if they are efficient. The next one is performance appraisal. They have to appraise the performance of the workers. They must be rewarded with certain incentives or bonus. Next one is safety and health. Each and every workers who are working either at the top or at the middle or at the lower level workers, they must be provided with certain amenities with reference to safety as well as for health. Safety in the sense, they must be provided with spectacles, helmets, then different other things what they have to protect their life. Then health means they must be provided with the facilities such as hospital allowances, then life insurance facilities, etc. Then last one is employee counseling. Each and every workers or the employees must be counseled. That means if there is any deviations of difference of opinions among the workers who are working at different levels, they must be given with proper counseling to achieve their target and to get the grasp the work in an effective way. Then now let us see what is job description. The meaning of job description is a written statement that describes the work that is to be done and the skills, knowledge and the abilities needed to perform the work. Each job has a description identifying the duties, qualifications, decision making, interactions, supervision received and exercised, and impact of the position. Where necessary, the description also includes special physical or patent care requirements. In case of values of all job descriptions, here are made up of different sections using the job description system. So here, according to Flippo, let us see the definition what he had defined. Job description in an organized factual statement of duties and responsibilities of a specific job. In brief, it should tell what is to be done, how it is to be done, and why they have to perform such activity. All these things must be defined. It is a standard of function in that which defines the appropriate and authorized content of a job. So here normally this job description, what is the content? We must see the content of job description, or the job description contains the following. Number 1, job, title, job code and department. Then next, activities or tasks to be performed in that job. Number 3, job responsibilities. To what extent they are responsible, each and every workers are responsible, that should also be defined. The next one, what are the working conditions given to them? They must be provided with proper infrastructure, proper ventilation facility, lighting facility, etc., just like that. Then proper environment at workplace. Is there any proper working environment? The next one, machineries and equipments used for the job. If they are involved in the production process, they must be provided with the machineries and equipments. The next one, extent of supervision received and given. What they have received, what they have given, that extent must also be provided. Last one, relationship with the other jobs. What they have related with the other jobs. Take for example, the production department's work may be the input of the sales department, just like that. Each and every department's work must be interrelated. So in that circumstance, how they are related. Then next point, it is related with proper job title is, which is desirable, that the job title should be short, definite and suggestive with reference to the nature of job. Number 2, job summary. The findings of the job analysis should be descriptively summarized so that all necessary facts may be incorporated in the paragraphs to make it convenient to identify the job. Next one is job location. So here it should also be given in the description where the job is to be performed, that is in what department, either it is in production or in finance or in sales or in a personal department, just like that. The next one is duties and responsibilities. The duties and responsibilities to be performed on the job, what proper classification as primary, secondary and other duties should clearly be written in the job description. Next one is nature of supervision. Here the degree of supervision required on each job should also be mentioned. So in that circumstance here, each and every job should be clearly defined with reference to the working atmosphere. The next one is machine, tools and materials. Here the machines, tools and equipments and materials required in the performance of each job should also be included in the job description. Take for example, if it is related to production, they must give the details with reference to machines. If it is related with the different aspects of finance or stores, etc., they must give what are the proper tools they have received. If it is related with personnel, what materials they have received. Just like that, they have to give all sorts of descriptions related to the job, what they have received. The next one is relation to other jobs. It intensifies the vertical relationship of promotion as well as the horizontal relationship of workflow and procedures. What are the workflow? What is the relationship? Horizontal relationship. Horizontal relationship means the persons who are vested in the same rank or given with the right hand, they used to transfer the duties with reference to the workers. So in that circumstance, with reference to the horizontal relationship of workflow, what is the procedure they have followed? What is the vertical relationship? How they have been promoted? All these sorts of jobs information should be given in that particular job description. Next one is working condition. The working conditions on the job hazards and physical surroundings within the working area should be described. It also should be given. Then let us see what is job specification now. Job specification is the list of recommended qualities for a person to qualify for and succeed in a position. Then while the job description includes the title, position, responsibilities and summary, the specification identifies the skills, traits, education, experience, what a candidate might need to qualify for that job. So that is related with the specification. What are the skills they are having? Any educational skill, technical skill, professional skill, just like that. What is their trait? What education they are having? Either they are having master degree or a bachelor degree or technical experience, just like that. What the candidate is possessing, either they are qualified for that particular job. That is included in job specification. Now let us see what is the definition for this job specification. Here according to Flippo, job specification is a statement of minimum acceptable human qualities necessary to perform the job properly. So here it is a standard of personnel and designates the qualities required for acceptable performance. Now let us see what is the features. Features related with job specification. Number one is personal characteristics. So personal characteristics is nothing but the age of a person, gender, either male or female, education, job experience, extracurricular activities of a person. All these must be included in the personal characteristics. Personal features. Next one is physical. Physical characteristics includes height of a person, weight, what is their vision, power, hearing, health, voice, then related with the coordination. The next one is mental characteristics. So mental characteristics refers to general intelligence, memory, judgment, concentration, etc. They used to have the capacity to manage all sorts of activities if they used to have memory. They have used to concentrate on all the workers. They must have general intelligence, etc. Last one is social and psychological characteristics, which is related with emotional quotient, flexibility, manners, initiative, drive, creativity, etc. So here flexibility in the sense each and every worker must be flexible to each and every, that means the higher official must adjust with the other co-workers. So in that circumstance they must be flexible enough to manage the other workers. So in that sense they can achieve the work effectively. Now at last we used to see what is the difference between job description and specification. In case of job description, both documents, the job description and specification are the products of job analysis, but they should not be confused. So here the job description is a summary of the duties, responsibilities and other characteristics of the job, whereas job specification is a statement of qualities of the person who handles the job. Both are measuring rods, one to measure the job and the other to measure the person who are handling the job. That is the difference. Now the difference of job specification, it is nothing but it assists the management in selecting a match for the job. The applicants are assessed on the basis of qualities mentioned in the job specification statement. Now the job description assists the candidate to understand the requirement of the job which are to be fulfilled by him. It also helps the management in appraising the performance of the employee and the employee in making the self-appraisal by comparing the job description with the actual performance. Each and every worker must be getting the self-appraisal by comparing the job descriptions. Thank you.